Libra, thank you so much for stopping by. So I am here to do your love and relationship reading. This is going to be for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. I am definitely getting abundance though, a sense of more stability and groundedness, maybe financial abundance. Yeah, look at that. Blue, serenity, tranquility, and peace. So that's the feeling of the calm after the storm, or the peace after the rain. A feeling of moving in towards more tranquility. So the world that's opening up, that you can step into, that is available for you and that we're heading towards, is a journey of more stability, serenity, peace, and stability too. But I think it's coming from within. It's coming from a more healed place within. Some of you could have gone through a lot of inner healing, and it's like now that you've surpassed that, now that you've been able to look at things from the bigger picture, like the King of Swords, the owl, is scanning everything and sort of deciding what could affect my peace and my tranquility, rather than getting so immersed or enmeshed into a situation, if that makes sense. There's a level of separation between the self and others, or between the self and potential distractions or energies that we don't want anymore. Where are we heading next in the collective? What world is opening here? Yes, this just flew out. We have white, purity, innocence, safety, and light. Very beautiful energy. I do feel also a lot of you will have more clarity just on your path ahead, more clarity on your path in general, on, when we go through like a purification process, then we're able to see more clearly who we are. And that's what I'm getting here as well. So what world is opening here? What's the journey ahead for the collective? We have cosmic plan, the web. What is this, Spirit? I am getting there's going to be movement in terms of certain information, certain opportunities, certain messages, offers, opportunities, things of the sort that are presented, that are able to reach you now. It's like I feel it's kind of like I said, after the storm, or after we cleanse certain things. I mean, we could go through obviously many storms. Maybe there's just a feeling of coming out of one storm. We can hear the call more easily. It's like the birds, everything's calm, so we can hear the call. So I think there's going to be information, words, well, not words, but offers more so, and for any type of information that I feel you will receive more. And this could be through your intuition. This could be that you just feel more connected to your intuitive knowing, into your intuition, feeling more connected as a whole to the cosmic web, like the sacred plan that's unfolding. I just feel like there's a sense of hearing now, being able to hear what we maybe have missed previously because we had a cluttered mind. And that's what I'm getting here. So there's going to be a lot of growth. I feel like where we're heading into is an area of growth, or opportunities for growth. Whether we take them or not will depend, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth. Some of you are changing tracks or changing your mind about something, and you're choosing to maybe go into a different direction, a direction that you didn't maybe previously expect to go in. Let's see. What else? Spirit, what's ahead for the collective? Where are we heading to next? What journey is ahead? We have the Confront in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the Hanged Man, Observe. Yeah, same kind of message here. I feel like it's about moving into a space where, see how this woman here is observing just kind of straight on, and on the web here, the cosmic plan. It's like, I think there's going to be a lot more awareness on a more spiritual, kind of subtle, energetic level, a lot more awareness of what is around you and where you're heading, you know, a lot more fine tuning, I suppose, of the energy here, so that all of these different facets and versions of yourself are receiving information and intuitive insights. And I feel like this is also on a more like practical, earthly based level. There's a feeling of situations around you, being able to, again, understand them more. See, here's the King of Swords, like that kind of observation, the owl I had seen. It's like being able to kind of discern and dissect and receive information from your surroundings. So for example, that could be in regards to like certain person around you, or it could be in regards to just you picking up on the information that's being sent through a more clear channel. That's what I'm getting. And the reason for this is because with the Moon in reverse, you know, perhaps there's been this confrontation of the self, a lot of healing of certain shadows have been done, shadow work here maybe, and confronting this little image in the mirror, which I think is a child here, like an inner child, and finding peace with our past, or finding peace with the certain things within ourselves that we maybe weren't happy with, or things that we had blocked out of our lives because we had self-limiting beliefs that were repeating themselves. So it's like there's a feeling of, it's like that phrase to it, you're observing your thoughts, you're not becoming your thoughts. So I think overall there's a lot more of a sense of control of the self, and that's also one of the journeys that's ahead here. What else? What is ahead for the collective? Yes, Ace of Swords. See, clarity of belief, information, clarity. And like I said, for some, this could be also you receiving information from people, from some type of source around you, that you can see it now clearly, or you're able to set it free with this little butterfly here too. So it's like you're gonna see kind of the big picture. You're gonna see more accurately the situations in your life and how to handle them, how to deal with them, what the truth is around you, receiving more truths around you, not being caught in the shadows of what could have been, or what ifs, or, you know, kind of hiding away. There's just a sense of more of you being, I'm also hearing you're guided in the right direction. So many of you, there's a feeling of being guided in the correct direction, in the right direction, which is where you've meant to go all along. But, you know, we also have to go through lessons that we get kind of lost in the forest in a way. And in order to find our way back from the forest, we have to maybe do some shadow work. We have to address the fears of why we're afraid in the dark. So I think that's what's happening here. And there's a feeling of receiving that energy from So let's see, what is the clarity about what journey is ahead for the collective? What world is opening here? The crown chakra, yeah, lots of deep connection. This is mainly about your spiritual connection. For many of you who are interested in this too, it's like you're going to receive downloads from spirit. You're going to receive, you know, much more intuitive information here, much more tapped in here to spirit. This is Neptune here too, the hangman and the crown chakra. So being very connected to the web here. What journey is ahead? We have the Devil Master. So what is this, Spirit? Yeah, some of you are, like I said in the beginning, you're coming to some type of cleansing when it comes to a certain maybe situation that has been causing distress for you for a while, or you've been trying to set your heart free from that cage for a while. And it's like you're going to receive the information or the healing or the right kind of method almost to be able to release that. So it's a feeling of, I'm not a victim anymore. That's what it is. I'm not a victim anymore of my past, or I'm not a victim of this person's behavior, or I'm not a victim of whatever it is here. There's a feeling of, yeah, 1111, spiritual awakening. You are on the right path. See, so lots of this being on the right path. If you feel connected to this reading, you are on the right path. I do feel there is that sense of just confirming for you and your higher self coming through as well in this reading to confirm that you are on the right track right now. And I think, you know, with the devil, it's almost like there's been this lower energy that has definitely tried to test you many times, or the devil can appear in many different ways, in a person, in a thought pattern, in this moon here, a deep kind of darkness that is buried within, that has to be let go of in order for us to reach more of a sense of happiness and purpose and fulfillment. And so you're not going to feel as affected anymore by those previous limitations. So this could also be, if for advice for some of you too, to do meditation surrounding your crown chakra. Really open, cleanse, and clear your crown chakra, because if you feel like you're in that space of maybe feeling like you are a victim of something, or you've been in a place of like not wanting to identify with a certain situation or a certain facet of yourself anymore, then this can help you to receive the clarity you need to see it from a new perspective. You know, just an example, but if it is about like a person, for example, or a challenging situation around you in your environment, it's like you're kind of receiving through either a direct conversation or through just piecing it together, piecing the truth together, so that you don't have to feel like you're in this devil anymore. And that could be through meditation, that could be through spiritual practices, that could be through something outside of you telling you the truth, that could be through just your own self-growth journey, which I think for most of you that's what it is, your own self-journey, your spiritual awakening here, to where you don't identify anymore with like where you were before or the timeline that you've left behind. So when it comes to those certain situations or person, for that example, it's like that person kind of fades a little bit into the background because it was only your fear speaking to you. That's also what I'm getting here. Anything else for where are we heading next? What is the journey ahead in the collective? We have protection, seashell. And we have incubation here. So it's like something has been kind of incubated or protected or preserved. What is this, Spirit? Yeah, it's like it's been preserved until the time is right. And that's the time is right now because or it's coming soon because of this. It's kind of like you can't see something from that perspective until you're able to overcome the hump of where you were before, if that makes sense. Like we can only see things from our current we can only see things from our current place in our journey. You know, we like if someone tries to tell us something that we need to hear and we know that it's true, but we don't really do anything about it or don't acknowledge it, it's because we weren't ready to really see it. We weren't ready to understand it on that deeper level, if that makes sense. Like even though we consciously may know that it's best for us to do that certain thing or to leave that situation behind or to cut something out, we don't really comprehend it until we actually reach that level of enlightenment to be able to see a new reality. That's what I'm getting to. So I just feel for many of you, this has been protected for you. So, okay, so let's see if there's anything else. Let's use this deck here. Is there anything else, Spirit, that what journey is ahead for the collective? Yes, I love it. And here's the eggs, the eggs on this woman's arm. So this is about being grounded. This is about being wholesome. This is about being really connected to just a sense of that completion and wholeness within the self. So what's opening up here is a lot greater health, connectedness. Yeah, I'm hearing finding your way. So it's like many of you are finding your way. That's the journey ahead. You're finding your way. And it's not just an immediate process. You know, it's not something that's just going to happen overnight and just click and everything's truthful and everything's clear to you. But it's like more so a journey of where you're heading in terms of finding that road or finding the way out, finding the way forward. So it's the signs that are kind of leading you to go down this path or to listen closely to what your intuition and your higher self is guiding you. So I think many of you feel more, or just going to feel more connected overall, I suppose, to yourself and to your intuition and to your body. Also taking care of your physical body, focusing on health, focusing on how to feed and nurture your body, how to I am getting for some of you too, though, it's like you're opening up a little bit more at the same time. So there's that with the heart and the cage here, it's like you're also opening your protection, not in like a way of being susceptible to the devil's energy or to any lower energies. It's more so like I feel safe now to open up more, or I feel safe now to let the universe provide for me, or I feel safe now to be more myself. That's kind of what this is as well. So what journey is ahead for the collective? We have this here. What is this here, Spirit? Yeah. It's like, I feel there's some type of information that is being ready to be released. There's information in your life that's being ready to be released. And that can be so many different things depending on exactly what it is for you. But there's this information, this person holding the books that has been, you're ready to hear it now. You're ready to hear the truth now. You know, like I said, that could be that you hear a truth from someone around you, or you are led down a path of more truth. You know, whatever, it's just like you're ready to see it, to hear it now. And because you're ready to see it and hear it, it will come through. So be prepared for some type of truth or internal shift at the very least to where you can see the truth more readily. You can see what's been waiting for you. So there's definitely a lot of shifts happening within maybe your thinking patterns and how things have changed. So is there anything else for the collective? Where are you heading next? We have this beautiful dove with the woman here. Yeah. Understanding things on a deeper level, seeing how you've actually been very blessed, being able to see the blessings, being able to see the blessings after you felt like a victim with this here, or felt like you were not the ballerina up here, you were defeated. It's like seeing now more, there's just more protection, more warmth is what I'm getting. Okay, let's get one final card from this animal deck here. Is there anything else about what is next for the collective? What journey is ahead? What world is opening here? What do we need to know about the journey ahead for the collective? We have the snow leopard. Beautiful. Self-reliance. It says here, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So anything from the snow leopard here? Any final message? Yeah, I feel like there's also this feeling of you keeping things close to your chest, but not in a way of you like, it's just knowing your power more. And we do have the grizzly bear power at the bottom. Knowing your power, knowing your worth, knowing that you're indestructible, knowing that you are able to trust again in yourself. It feels like there's a sense of the, like I said in the very beginning, the calm here after the storm. With this dove and this woman and the snow leopard, it feels very much like you can relax knowing that you're protected, and you can also rely on yourself. You can I feel some of you could be distancing yourself again from certain situations that don't really resonate with you anymore or don't align with you. It's like you're going to be distancing yourself, but not in a way of you being harsh or critical or anything like that. It's more of like distancing yourself in a way of preserving your own power, you know, like this is who I am, I know who I am type of thing, and not having to show all of your cards, not having to reveal everything necessarily, but just basking in your own life, you know. And that quite literally could be some of you moving into like the countryside, for example, or choosing to kind of live your life in a silent but yet very fulfilling way, or just sort of knowing what is ready to be birthed for you and trusting in your intuition on what those new things are telling you